that is just starting catfish farming, what would you say? What number would you say they should start with?
For catfish, we started with 50 fingerlings, and we currently have 5,000.
How did you expand to that, and what were the challenges that you faced as as a catfish farmer? What's the biggest loss you've recorded, and how did you recover from that loss?
Right, why for your catfish farming, your water quality. I will say one thing to catfish farmers, because I always have these questions all the time. They say, oh, I kept catfish, fingerlings or juveniles, and they keep dying. You can't go into catfish business without testing your water first. Right? You have to make sure you do a water analysis test. You have to make sure that both the biological, chemical, and physical properties are okay for your catfish to go and strive in, because that is 70%. Your water is 70% of their production. Okay.
So test your water.
Test your water.
Okay, so I know that you started your farm in your backyard. So what would you say, like, for catfish farmers? Because I feel like that's the one that you can easily start in your backyard. What are those 5 to 10 things that the first things that they need to get if they want to start catfish farming in their backyard?
Number one should be space. Okay, so let's say, for example, you have limited space, which is why you can start with your water tank. Okay, you can get probably 1,000 liters or what have you. So always start small, because you see a farmer that has over 5,000 catfish, you want to do that same 5,000. No, learn to start small. Make sure you get the pond that can fit into your backyard. If it's trampoline, if it's concrete, if it's water tank. Okay, then you also have to test your water. Then buy your feed in bulk. That will help you save money. That cost of transportation, it can be reduced if you buy it in bulk. Then always keep your eyes out for disease outbreak. Okay, you can do natural remedies, just like you can use your bitter leaf juice, you can use your salt. Salt can kill them or it can heal them.
Okay, so you have to be very careful with it.
Still depending on the percentage you use. Right? Excess salt will kill them because they are freshwater catfish.
So how do they know how to?
Okay, there's a method. There's what you call your dipping.
Maybe they should contact you.
So there's a method for that. Okay. So what else? I think that is basically. Then your inlet and outlet pipe, your drainage system, very important, because you don't want that to disturb your neighbors. You don't want complaints from anybody. You don't want when someone comes into your home and everywhere is smelling. It's not a good for catfish farmers.
So for someone that is just starting catfish farming, what would you say? What number would you say they should start with?
200. I haven't told you to go less, because it might seem small, but it's time to sell them.
Because that's selling part. We get a lot of calls.
It might seem small, but it can be quite something. Some people, when they are done with production, they are stuck. So I'm always telling them production is not the big deal. It's always the marketing at the end of the day. So before you even put your catfish, try and start marketing. Go to the market, know how much they sell a kg in the market. Talk to your neighbors, talk to your friends, talk to your colleagues. Do you understand? You have to carry your business on your head. I promise you, no one will. No one will.
I agree. Okay. How many fingerlings, how many catfishes did you start with, and how many do you currently have?
Okay, so for catfish, we started with 50 fingerlings, and we currently have 5,000.
With 50 fingerlings, and now you have like 5,000. You have capacity for more. Like if you wanted to stretch, you say you have capacity to take on more right now?
No, because we are doing it at our backyard, right? And land in Lagos is I think Lagos is more of a residential area. right? Unlike probably those in the west or in the east. Do you understand? They have, yeah, outside Lagos, they have more opportunities to land, unlike we. So maybe with time, do you understand? But right now, I think what we have is still.
Because even moving from 50 to 5,000, I'm
Yes.
thinking that's a lot. So, how did you expand to that, and what were the challenges that you faced as you grew?
Oh, okay. So, how we started with 50 was that during COVID time, right? We didn't have access to go out all the time, right? So we just did that as, you understand, in-house consumption. Like, oh, I went to a friend's place and the mom has catfish. I'm like, oh, we can equally do this, right?
Yeah.
And we started with 10 broilers too.
Okay.
So that, you understand? And when I posted it on my status, people were like, oh, they want to buy catfish. I'm like, oh, they can actually sell this online. So it made us get more water tanks, more, you understand? I work with water tanks more because of space, right? So it made us get more of those water tanks, and that yes, we can share our catfish like equally without overstocking them.
Okay. Can you give us like 3 to 5 challenges that you faced in your first 12 to 18 months as a catfish farmer?
Okay. Number one should be mortality, right? It took us a while for us to know that catfish are cannibalistic in nature, right? So you can come and you see there's a fish that already has blood and they're already eating the catfish, and you're like, what in God's world is happening? All right. So it took constant research for us to know that okay, these people are actually cannibalistic in nature. Also, disease outbreaks too.
Okay.
Right, you can come and there are some floating. We never knew about the salt dipping or the use of bitter leaf and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Right, and we never had like neighbors company because we had good drainage system. So I would say catfish, okay, and selling them. Yeah, marketing. Marketing very, very important. Okay. So the good thing about how to break into most of this market is about price reduction. Okay, that's why I say you should go to the market and know how much they sell. So if they are selling 3,500 at the market, you'll be selling 3,000 or 2,800, just to make sure that we get to patronize it.
Yes, I get that. I get that. And that takes me to my next question, which is how did you find the first set of buyers for your catfish?
Should I say friends and family abroad?
The first set of buyers, and how did you reach them? Was it on social media? Did you call them to tell them?
Yeah, I sent them pictures. Okay, so we had them in different sizes. And they couldn't believe that, oh, this actually came out from the backyard. Okay. Right? So imagine roasting like, let's say 1 kg of catfish. That one is always very big.
Yes.
Okay, so you always have. And I had a friend that the mom owns a restaurant. So she was part of the people that actually patronized me.
Like your part of dry food.
Yes.
You are truly an entrepreneur.
Yeah, so when I go for parties, when I come down from Uber and we don't understand, everybody's like, oh yeah, what do you do? How can we meet you? You see people, oh yeah, I'm a doctor. I'm patiently waiting for my turn. I go, hi everybody, I'm a farmer. And they're looking at me like, huh? And I'm like, yeah. I bring out my catfish. I'm like, I have catfish for sale.
Come and buy.
Come and buy. So,
okay. As a catfish farmer, what's the biggest loss you've recorded, and how did you recover from that loss? What's the biggest loss ever that you've recorded, and how did you recover from it?
I won't say we've lost much, but I feel like the loss we've had is in terms of finance. Okay. Right? Because then we never really knew like doing cost of production minus selling points minus documenting. So we lost more from sales. Okay? Well, we could barely make up our capital, talk less of profit.
That's because you didn't factor in all the amount of money you had spent
from the beginning.
That's so important.
Very important. Anything, record keeping, you can't go wrong with record
In
keeping.
business, I totally agree with you.
Honestly,
So important.
Yeah, we don't have like massive death rate or mortality rate, but when it comes to like profitability, there was a problem. So that would be like our biggest loss. Or
So you don't only lose money from the mortality, like the mortality rate. You can also lose money from not doing the right calculation to know what your selling price should be.
Yeah.
That's so important. Do you run like any trainings? I know you do like consultations, farm consultations, but do you also run like any trainings on the side for people that want to start small? They want to start farming small the way that you did.
Yeah, sure. So, due to the fact that we do integrated farming, right? Most classes I take, they're always one-on-one. I've not had like a general class for people, right? So I always do one-on-one because that one can help me with time management. Maybe with time, we can do a general class, but I always take one-on-one classes with my students.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. How can people reach you for consultations?
Oh, okay. So you can either follow my page. I'm both on Instagram and on TikTok. All right. My number too would be on the screen. You can always call me, but please always factor in Nigerian time. Don't call me by 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. Please. I have a life too. I need to sleep. Okay. Because most people they don't get to factor that in. Right, and so both my handles will be there. You can reach me, but mostly on Instagram. All right, and my number is on the screen too.
Okay.
On the screen.
Okay. So please check the description. We'll drop her Instagram handle, her TikTok handle, and probably her email address as well. So you could reach her, for consultations and all of that.